Oh, there you are, YouTube. We have snakes in the walls of our house. Check it out.
I don't know. Oh.
Is it okay if snakes live
Yeah.
in your walls?
Yeah. Probably.
I think the snake, he's thinking of going back up. There he goes. Maybe he just lives behind our step. But he does crawl up into the siding.
Yeah.
Hey, Nani, can you wait, please?
There he goes.
Should mommy touch it?
Oh my.
Mommy.
I think we counted 3. 2 of them just went up.
I think they're feeling a little bit nervous.
And this is not new. We see this every year.
Papa.
Do you think the snake has a name?
Jack.
The snake's name
Nelly
is
New
Jack.
and Jack?
Oh, there he
'Cause I
goes.
think there's like 3 snakes. So there's one who's going up.
Oh wait, oh, I
yeah,
thought that
so
all
I
of
think
that
there's
was just one.
actually 3 or 4. Yeah, look at that one go. There
Got a
it
whole
goes.
family.
They live up behind the wall of our house. Can you believe it?
So cute.
So now there's just that big one.
Cute.
But
Oh, look at the big one go.
There he goes. How do they all fit?
Look at that. You see it right in there, in the corner. Touch its tail, maybe?
You gonna touch him?
I did earlier.
Oh, did I catch that? Maybe I missed it. Oh, he's going up.
I don't know if I could do. I'm not scared of snakes, but it's a weird. If somebody just handed one to me, but
Oh,
like
that's how I am. I mean, not a wild one, but
there he goes.
there he went.
Bye bye, snakes.
So like I said, this is nothing new. This happens every year. I feel like I first noticed them crawling up into the siding maybe 2 years ago, but sometimes they get into the house. And before I ever saw them climbing up the siding, we found 2 in the house. We found one in our basement. This was, I think, the first year we were married. So like, what is that, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. And the main I-beam that holds up our house, I was going downstairs to the basement, can't remember why, doing something, and what do I see? A snake just slithering along the bottom base portion of the I-beam. And I, for some reason, am afraid of snakes. I don't know why. Like, I've handled them before. I think the thing is I'm afraid of wild snakes. But if they have a handler, like I've held boa constrictors and things like that, when there's a professional around, and I'm not bothered by that at all. But even though these are just gardener snakes, I believe, which are not venomous at all, or I don't even think anybody should be scared of them, I am, just because they are wild. So yeah, we found one in the basement. I was terrified, went upstairs, sort of speechless, to tell my wife, and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, there's a, and you know, finally got it out that there was a snake downstairs. And she's like, what? And I was like, down there. So she goes downstairs, looks at the I-beam. Then at some point the snake like kind of slithered off the I-beam onto the ground. My wife just picks it up and then takes it outside. And I'm like, you know, jumpy the rest of the day. And then this other time, this one, I feel like is embarrassing. I can't believe I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know why, but it feels embarrassing to just have snakes in your house, I guess. You know, you don't want ants in your house, you don't want mice in your house, things like that. Well, we have snakes in our house. And it's not like we live in a tropical area. We live in the Midwest. I don't know, maybe this is normal, but it doesn't feel normal. Because it's nothing I ever had to deal with before. Well, actually at the farm, which you'll see this summer, that's happened once where I've seen a snake in the house. But a second snake appearance was we were in bed and then I, you know, kind of slid my hand under the pillow as I was laying down and I felt something hard in there and I was like, what is that? Is that like I think maybe I thought it was a plastic hanger or something like that. Or I think that's what I thought it was. Like, why would there be a hanger in this pillowcase? What's going on? And then I, all of a sudden, figure it out. But I don't know for sure. But I'm thinking, I think there is a dead rigor mortis, stiff snake in this pillowcase. And I tell my wife, I'm like, I think there's a snake in this pillowcase. She's like, what? No, that's impossible. Why? And then I was like, I'm taking this out to the porch because I don't want to check in, the house in case it's alive. So I take it out to the porch and then dump the pillowcase out, and there falls a dead, coiled snake. And I'm thinking, how long was I sleeping on that snake? Because it was like stiff. I mean, I hope it was just that night, but I don't know. How long does it take for a snake to get stiff? I could have been sleeping on a snake multiple days, and I don't know. It grosses me out. But what we think happened there is they climbed up the walls, up the siding, and found a way in through. Because the way our second floor works, it's like, I don't know what you would say, but basically the attic portion, it's like the second floor is an attic, but the sides are real attic storage area. So I think it climbed up the walls, got into the attic portion, and then climbed out of the door areas that have access to the main living space. I don't think that made any sense at all, but came in through the walls. So snakes have gotten into our house twice. But here, it looks like we have a little family living in the siding, which we've seen before. So I'm just waiting for another snake to come into the house portion. I'm sure it's going to happen again, but I don't know. I think we like snakes, right? Because they get rid of mice. We haven't had a mouse issue in forever. I feel like it's been years. I think maybe, I don't know, early on, maybe the first year we lived here, maybe there was one, but again, that was 6-7 years ago, something like that. So I don't know, but yeah, snakes in the house, and that is always a sign that it is getting hotter. It's getting warmer when we start seeing the snakes out in the yard and climbing up our siding. And there were other signs of spring and summer that happen throughout the day. So I will put those in right here. In addition to the snakes, here are some more signs of spring. I think we're pretty well into spring, right? Flowers. More flowers. Flowers right here. Dogs outside barking. I'm late getting a picture of the magnolia. All the flowers are it's pretty sad looking. I should have done this earlier. I remember last year around this time vlogging this tree in its prime, but not quite this time. What'd you find down there? Look at all the petals on the ground. More signs. Carpenter bees infesting my shed. Always. Not always. This is kind of like an every other year sort of thing. Beautiful flowers everywhere. Buds. Maybe these aren't flowers. Maybe these are buds. I don't know. Not very outdoorsy. Grew up watching TV, going to movies. Parking lots. Main outdoorsy portion of me.
Here you go.
Play guitar.
Oh, you want a guitar in her hand?
I don't know if I can do that.
So this is the guitar here, and I believe this is the sound of the music coming from it. Or maybe that's just the neck of the guitar. What did you just draw there?
What did you draw?
You got dusty hands? That's awesome. Looks like a bird's nest. What are you making?
Poppy.
Oh, poppy.
Is that her hair? Good job, Noel.
Oh, I did it.
Maybe the finished product, unless they go back into it, stretches all the way to the edge of the, not the yard, the porch there. Stretches all the way to the yard. I guess that would be the edge of the yard. But I think that will do it for today. Chalk drawing, flowers, carpenter bees, and snakes, all of that. Thank you so much for watching, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow. for more Pure Hangout.